Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the Sixers Standard with Ryan and Clark. I just wanted to recap last night's game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Indiana Pacers. That was a good win for the Sixers. Overall, it's a good team overall win. They've now strung back-to-back wins, and I'm not mad at it. You know, you can't get too hyped for beating the Pacers, but if they lost to them, it'll be an even bigger problem. So I'm actually glad they came and took care of business. We got Joel Embiid back. That was a great sign. Joel Embiid had 27, 6, and 5. Maxey led the way with 32, 9, and 8. Edgecombe had 23 and 7. Those were all great numbers from them. Embiid played 26 minutes. I was actually surprised by that, given kind of how the game went. He didn't really have to play in the fourth, but he played into, I'll say, about 7 minutes into the fourth, which is a good sign. But Sixers had six players in double figures. Grimes had 15, Warford had 12, Oubre had 12. I thought it was a good overall win for the Sixers. They definitely showed energy, and they basically showed the levels of it during the game. There was times where Indiana tried to make a close run, and the Sixers kind of just put the foot on the gas and kept them at bay. It just seems like each time Indiana got within 5 or 7, the Sixers kind of pulled away and kind of let them know this isn't going to be a game. For Indiana, Nembhard had 23, Shepard had 12, Potter had 23, Jones had 11, and Jackson had 15. Just some of the key moments that I took from the game that I think led to the Sixers win was a couple key points in the game. In the second quarter, I noticed that there was a quick stretch towards the end of the quarter where Indiana cut the lead to 5. It was about 68-63, and it was about a minute 30 left in the second quarter, and the Sixers went on a 7-0 run and closed the half. And I think that's what really kind of, I don't say broke them, but it kind of shut the door on them as far as momentum. And another key moment, and I guess you could say closing quarters is kind of what won the game for the Sixers, but another key moment I would say is towards the end of the third, also around the 4 minute mark. They cut it again about 81, 88. And then during that last stretch, Sixers went on a 16-4 run where I think it kind of just took away the game, took the life out the gym, and I think the Sixers just kind of ran with it after that. And again, overall, you can't say nothing wrong about this one. Everybody came to play. They showed who they were, and none but a great win for the Sixers. But of course, you got to take good and bad out the game. So I just want to cover on some things that I thought some were good points from the game, taken from the game. Watford had 12. I've been noticing him the last few games. He hadn't put in no much effort, and he's in the games and everything, but you want to see him do more. Watford had 12. Bona had a good energy game. He had 6 and 5. I liked what he did tonight. He showed a lot of good energy and hustle, which was a good thing. The team had 29 assists. I've always thought so far in this recent stretch, ball moving and playmaking has been going to be a big part with them winning. And 29 assists was good. I think the biggest reason, of course, is having Embiid back. They won the points in the paint by 30, 82-52. I think that was everything. Last couple games has been, points in the paint's been down. It's only been Maxey and Edgecombe kind of getting blocked off from it. So having Embiid back definitely helped. 82-52 is what the Sixers needed. And defense, definitely good defense today. 14 steals and 5 blocks. So can't be mad at that. Also with that, I would have to add in the lowlights as well. Don't want to nitpick, but it is the Pacers, so you gotta still, highlight some things. And of course, number one, I gotta highlight Barlow. 20 minutes and no points, not even a shot attempt. That's not good. That's not good. Granted, I know you're not one of the main options in the offense, but I mean, somebody got to give you something. Like even in I guess you say even in the older days where you have some guys who aren't scoring options and things like that. You'd at least let them get the first points of the half or the game, give him a little touch under the basket, something. He couldn't even get that. I think that's more of a nurse thing. I think definitely should get Barlow active at least to make him interested throughout the game. But 20 minutes, no points, not even an attempt. I think that's bad. At least he got 3 rebounds out of it, but I just think that's pretty bad. Walker, also Walker, 10 minutes. At least he put up a shot, but 10 minutes and no points and only 1 rebound. You gotta get more production out of him. I think his 3-point shooting was definitely bad tonight. They were hot against Minnesota, but tonight was 8 of 29. I don't think that's good at all. Can't can't really do much with that. Granted, I know they dominated the game, but like I said, 8 for 29 is definitely not a good thing. And they lost the offensive rebounds by 6, 12 to 6 total. They won the rebounds overall, 44 to 41, but not getting the offensive rebounds against Indiana, I just don't think is good at all. And another key point going forward, the Sixers are now 5-5 in February, so I think they can turn things around. They now have the Orlando Magic on their heels, who just came off a crazy game against the Lakers. I'm not sure what that came down to the wire, and I'm not sure what Luka saw in that one. But they have a big game coming up against the Heat. The Heat are 1-0 against the Sixers. They won in November. They have them on the 26th, and that's going to be a big game. Like I said, it's about of a three-team race for the eighth spot between the Sixers, Magic, and Heat. The Heat lost tonight to the Bucks, so that kind of gave the Sixers a little bit of space. But Orlando's right there on their heels, so at 31-26 now with their win, and the Sixers with their win tonight is 32-26. And like I said, Orlando's 31-26, so they definitely need a game against the Heat, who now fell to 31-28 with their loss. So, what you guys think about the upcoming game coming up against the Heat? I think the Sixers can take it. Of course, I think Embiid should play. Of course, we don't know. Every game is, day to day with Embiid pretty much, but he's definitely needed. And I think if he does play, the Sixers can and should win. What do you guys think about the game tonight against Indiana? Let me know what you think. Some of your highlights and lowlights. Let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one.